Hey guys, this is Vaughn, and welcome back to Life in the Woods. Today we are actually going to build that barn. I know last episode we said we were going to do it, and we didn't because we got distracted by all sorts of things, but today, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I've been working on some other things off camera. It's a little frustrating because everything takes so long to grow. I was looking at different kinds of wood, and I guess those of you, I even tried to look this up on the wiki myself. Well, I don't even know if there's a wiki, but I tried to look it up on Google myself. I was looking at the types of wood, and there's this cherry wood. And I think, presumably the way you get cherry wood is with this cherry morsel. You combine it with a oak sapling in the same way that I did the avocado tree and you get a cherry tree. I don't have any cherries, but Badge and Blue have two. So I went over there and I almost took it, and then I decided not to because I don't want to take their stuff. Even though if I make a cherry tree, it would presumably grow more cherries. But I didn't do it. Partially also because it would take forever to farm enough of this redwood to make a barn. And how slow these trees grow, I mean, I would just AFK for eternity and eat up all my fish. So I didn't do that, but I wanted to. I figure, even though it's not the perfect color. By the way, I took all of my bows out of there, and I put them in here so that I could see what I have. And I've got some pretty good stuff. I repaired this one to make a solid power 2 bow, and I might eventually combine these two to make a power 3 bow. I'm using this one right now as well, so I might also combine this one with this one or this one, just to kind of give myself some better bows. Why not? I don't have the levels for it. I died, remember? I died. So I don't have the levels to, and we don't have a full enchanter, but I can still get some pretty decent weapons. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the red wood. We have enough of this. We're going to make the barn out of this stuff. It's not the perfect color for a barn, but we have so much of it. It's the best thing we've got. Dark wood. What is... I don't even know what some of these colors are. Let's make ourselves one of these. These are like purplish kind of colored. Ooh. I mean, that's cool if you want to have like a rotten looking derelict place or something. Not what I want for my barn though. I like the blue wood, the blue magic tree wood, but we're gonna use that for the donator haul, and I haven't decided how that's gonna look yet, so we're not gonna do that. We've got jacaranda wood, which is this kind of pink color. And I guess that's it. We've got jungle wood as well, which is, of course, kind of a reddish color. And we've got regular old oak, and we've got spruce wood. Yep, we're going to make the barn out of this redwood stuff. We could also get some clay and make it out of red clay, which I also considered. There's not a lot of clay around here, but of course there's mesa biomes, which are probably not too far away. And if you look in the water, there's actually quite a bit of... I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in this. This texture pack is a bit dark underwater. But there's actually a... Oh, that's my shadow. There's actually a bunch of clay, uncooked clay at the bottom of the ocean. But I decided that I didn't want to, like, spend hours... I mean, I've already got this red wood, so let's just use the redwood. So I'm going to build the barn here. I'm trying to decide. I guess I want it to face this way. And I may fill in a little bit more of this as well. But I'm going to probably lay out the pattern that I want. I've kind of got a barn picture that I'm looking at. So what I'm going to do, I think, you guys mostly said that you wanted to see me build on camera, and so that's good. But I'm not going to show you, like, me placing every single block. I'm going to place, like, the foundation, then I'll come back and say, here's what I've done. Then I'm going to place a little bit more and come back. And to start, it's all going to be regular blocks. I'm not going to use the carpenter blocks until I know where I want the carpenter blocks. I'm getting some dirt because I know I'm going to need it to scaffold. Although I think is there actually scaffolding in this mod? I think there's actually scaffolding in this mod. SCA? Nope, maybe not. Okay, so let me get started, and I will of course bring you guys back as I do. This is the shape that I've come up with so far. I feel like these should maybe be... Got the I want the windows centered. I could either make the windows two. Yeah, you know what? We'll just make them two by two instead of 1 by 1. I was gonna make them little tiny windows because it's a barn, but whatever. We'll make them a little bit bigger because I don't know that I want it to be a much bigger barn. I think that the size is pretty good, and then this is going to be an additional little storage room back here. It might, I'm not quite sure if it's either, I'm either going to fill in these corners or not. I haven't quite decided yet. But that's a pretty good shape. It's kind of weird being one level lower, but I think that's a pretty good shape. And it's pretty close to Nebris, but hopefully not interfering with any of his building. I mean, he's got lots of land, so hopefully this will be fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take up the walls a little bit, and the roof is going to take forever, so I will definitely do the roof off camera. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the windows and stuff yet, but it's going to be like a one-story with a loft, I think, is the idea here. And it'll be really boring to watch me build it, so I will do it off camera and bring you guys back. We're raising a barn! And the sunlight shining through with the crepuscular rays. Absolutely beautiful. It's going to go up one more. I've got to put like a final line across the top there. And this part right here is going to come up to a point. So the roof is going to be like V-shaped on this side. It's hard to explain this. So this is going to go up like that on this side. And then so you're going to see like the sides of the roof like that side. But then right here is going to have a V. And then there's going to be like a little, almost like a church steeple looking thing coming out the top of it. I think it's going to look good. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. And I don't know if we're going to end up putting much in here. If I ever get some cows, maybe they could live in here. I haven't quite decided yet. This probably needs to go like this, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be a separate room or what, but it's coming along. It's coming along. How am I going to get up there, though? I should have brought some ladders with me. Not a big deal, though. I'm going to continue working on it off camera, and of course, I'll bring you guys back. I talked to Nebris and Badge on Skype, and everybody said that I could take one of their cherries, so I'm taking one from Nebris. Taking Nebris's cherry. Badge said I could also have one of his, but Nebris has got 8, and Badge has only got 2, and Nebris is a lot closer to me, so I'm taking Nebris's cherry, and we're gonna make a cherry tray, and of course I will give him a cherry back at some point, if and when this cherry tree ever grows and gives us bears some fruit for us. So let's go up here. You guys probably seen how this works. I think last episode I showed you guys how I made the avocado tree, but it's basically the same thing. If I can remember where I put my dang tree saplings. Where are you? Tree saplings. No. There you are. You just use an oak. Now, Blue said she thought you had to use a jungle sapling, but I'm pretty sure Cherry just worked with a regular sapling. Cherry. We got a cherry tree. Fantastic. It's not like they couldn't do it. One of these themselves. And for right now, let's stick it somewhere nice. You know what? Let's put it by the barn. By the way, there's what the barn's looking like right now. I actually made it one wider. Let's put this cherry tree right there. I made it one wider this way. Oops, because it was even before, and I wanted it to be odd because it's going to be pointy at the top. So I wanted it to be a nice odd number. So the windows are now 5 wide instead of 4 wide. And I can start laying in the rest of the framework. It's a bit bigger than I actually wanted it to be, honestly. Not a bad thing, but I tend to do that. I tend to make buildings a little bit bigger than I intended. Hopefully it's not too close to whatever Nebris is building right here. I'm really hoping that I'm not going to piss him off, especially after he so nicely gave me a cherry. I think we're going to use probably this kind of stone. Maybe shale for the roof. I gotta see what I've got a lot of. It doesn't have to have a lot, but I don't think I want it to be lighter than that roof. I want it to be kind of a gray color. Let's see what we've got. And the shale is a pretty good color, I think. Let's see what we have a bunch of. Cobblestone. I've got a ton of this stuff. We've got gray whack. It's funny how rare cobblestone is. Where's the shale? Is it up here? Salt. You know, this might just be the best that I've got. Chert. Yeah, I used the black granite. I think we're going to use black granite cobblestone. Basalt cobblestone. Now, this is what I used. I smelted this stuff up and I used it. Basalt Salt cobblestone. We might just use it as cobblestone. I'm not quite sure. I'm also going to have to make a bunch more of the... What are those, like, slopey things? Yeah, these carpenter slopes. So I guess I'll do that off camera. Well, I didn't make the center one odd. So I'm not really sure, you know... I mean, I could take down that whole wall and move it out one and make it odd, but I could also just make the windows off-center. Hate this. This is why I always redo stuff. Wasn't thinking. Was not thinking. We could do this, make the door only 3 wide, and then fill that in, and it really needs to be 5, though. It really needs to be 5 more than 3, because 3 is too small. So can we just open it up one more? I mean, we technically can. It'll be uneven on this side. There'll be two walls on that side and only one on this side. And that'll make the center a little off too, but I think it'll look better overall. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's how we're coming along. I think it's going to look okay. It is pretty big. I mean, it looks like a house more than a barn. And that makes some sense because the picture that I am looking at is a bit more house-like than barn-like. I didn't want to go for like the traditional kind of arched roof, just flat barn. So this one is kind of, I don't know, more house-like. But it's coming along. It's coming along. I had to go and get some more supplies for the part where this part joins with that part. I needed a hammer, so I had to go get a hammer. I also made some ladders. I don't know that they're really gonna help because I'm not sure where I can use a ladder to get up there. I mean, if I put a ladder here, very quickly it'll turn into a roof like that, so that I can't, like this pillar right here, I can't go through that wall. So maybe if I put it on the outside, like here. Eventually this will get covered up too, but whatever, this works. So I'm going to continue working off camera, but I wanted to show you some progress shots, and that's the progress shot. The roof is coming along nicely. I'm not quite sure about this part right here. I feel like a nicer point would be better, but I guess in a way leaving it odd would be, or even would be easier, because then I could just put 2 of these right next to each other. But I went with this design here. This is pretty much where I want the little steepley thing that I was talking about to come out. I wish I could have it be 2 by 2, but I think it's got to be 3 by 3 in order to have a window in it. So we're going to do it this way. And it's best to put it in now. It'll probably look a little nicer than this when I'm done with it, but I just need like the basic shape for it so that I can do the roof around it. Something... It's probably going to be even taller than this. Let's go up 2 more. Now, I don't know how the roof on this one is going to work because I want a kind of pointed roof, like a smaller roof. It's hard to explain. Yeah, that's about right, I think. I know it looks like a chimney, but it's going to have a little window in it. Let's see. Window. Bam. Maybe even a 2 window. Let's go all the way through. It's actually going to be a 4-way window. Something like this. And then maybe I could even put stairs or something so that... Or half slabs. Do I have slabs on me? I do have slabs on me. Let's use slabs for now. We'll probably redo all of this in here, but for right now, let's do something like this. Oh, wait. But I have to do it once I'm outside of it. So I can't get out right now. Let me out! Soup. Doop. Yep, I like that. And then there's going to be like a little roof, something. It'll look good. I promise it'll look good when I'm done with it. And then, you know, you'd put a weather vane or something on top of this, right? Trust me. Know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. Actually, I'm not. Well, I guess, at what point do you become a professional? Like, technically I get paid to do this. I don't get paid a whole lot, but I do get paid. But just because somebody gets paid doesn't mean that they're good at something, right? Because, like, non-builders get paid, too, for YouTube videos. That doesn't make them... I mean, I get paid, but I'm not a professional redstoner, right? Alright, so that looks a little weird from up here, but that's fine. So what I'm going to do now is I got to finish putting the roof together. I've got to figure out how I want... I guess that's fine, the way that it just kind of goes right into that half slab. So I'm going to finish that off, and then there's a little bit... Oh, no, I did this side. Okay, so then I just need to finish this side, and obviously put in the colors. I'm still debating on whether I want to do just solid colors, or if I want to kind of like stagger it to make it look a little bit more like shingles. I don't know. I'm going to try a couple things, and we'll... Ah! No! No! Dang it! I'll be back. Other than putting the coloring in, the roof is now complete. Doesn't look a whole lot like a barn, does it? This doesn't look like a cottage. My cottage looks like a house. My barn looks like a house. Apparently all I know how to make is houses. I'm also not crazy about this little side piece. And I'm not quite trying to fix it. Maybe if I made it one closer in, like if I took this row out and started it there. I just feel like this roof slants up too much. But I don't know how to make it slant less steeply, if that makes sense. It's kind of like the same problem I'm having with that little piece up there as well. So, not sure what to do about that. Anyway, I'm going to finish it off by putting in some of this stuff. And we'll see how that looks. I might go back later and mix up some of the colors and see what I can do with it. But for right now, I think we're just going to go with a solid color. Barn structure is complete along with the roof. Let's get up on the roof of this house and see if that gives us a better view of it. Ah, doors! Stop it, doors. Let's jump up here. It's taken forever, so I don't know how long I've been recording for. If it hasn't been long, I apologize if this ends up being a short episode. Possibly it won't be a short episode, though. I don't know. I can never tell. Let's switch texture packs, because that one sometimes does those weird glitches. It might look a little bit better in this one. Yep, there it is. I still need to put a roof on that little thing. I might even lower it one. Maybe not. I don't know. That looks pretty good, though. Looks alright. Yeah. I kind of like the gray roof. The cobble is kind of weird, but it does kind of look like shingles. Obviously, still needs glass in the windows. Not bad. A very big barn, obviously. Very big. But that'll be good for storage. I'll make it 2 levels. And we'll store all of the different types of seeds, I guess, in there, and the different types of foods, maybe. That'll make up for not having a good storage room in here. We could even plant in the bottom level, but I don't... The only reason I would plant it in the bottom level is because it has a roof, the water won't freeze. So I wouldn't have to have like a weird block or something. And for the most part, I think it looks good. Obviously need to put a little path that leads to there. We're going to eventually put a road that leads in that way. That means this area right here we could put something. We might put our donation hall there. We might put another field of plants. And speaking of plants, I've been planting on and off, crops on and off. So let's jump down here and see if we can harvest anything. I've got at least one piece of lettuce. Ooh, I see wheat that is ready to be harvested. Ooh, and a pineapple too. Ah, my inventory is probably pretty full right now, actually. Oh, and I've got that piece of carpet in my inventory because I want to... Sweet! I want to... Let's just turn these both into seeds and replant them. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. I want to... I'm going to finish the sentence in a second. Oh, wow, we got 3 out of that. That's great. Put the tablecloth down. You guys kept saying I should put some tablecloth. So this is all of our lettuce. None of it's ready. Ooh, got some peppers. Got some cabbage, I think. Broccoli. Yeah, so you guys wanted me to plant, or to put a piece of carpet onto a table to see what that looks like. So I will do that, and then we'll probably end the episode there. We are getting close to being able to eat regular food, but you see I have this block here? That's because it's keeping this block from freezing. And you can put carpet over that as well or something, but if it was in a barn, then I wouldn't have to worry about it at all, I don't think. Although right now, since there's no doors on it, the mobs will hide under there when the sun goes off. Okay, so let's see. Obviously, I'm not going to keep this piece of purple carpet on here, but I just want to see what it looks like. Oh, wow! That's really cool. That is really cool. I don't know what color to make all of these things, though. I don't know if I want them... I don't want them to be white, but I don't really know what color I do want them to be, so... Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I think that is going to be it for this episode. Maybe next episode we will do a little decorating inside. I might put the windows and stuff on the barn off camera, and I don't know what to do about the doors, actually, because, you know, barns have big doors, but there's no... as far as I know, there's no big doors in Minecraft, are there? Because I would love to have some 2x4 doors, but I don't think it's possible. I think we just have to have, like, the 2x2 doors. So, I'm not sure what to do about that, but we'll worry about that next episode or off camera, and I still need to do some decoration outside of the house, all sorts of things, but it's slowly coming along. It's slowly coming along. Actually, you know what? Let's finish this episode up in front of this house. So, thank you guys, as always, for watching, and my name is Vaughn. That is a torch in my crotch, and I will see you next time.